Welcome to Content Marketing for Your Business. My name is Rasmussen. We're learning how to make more money in your business with less effort. And today is about social media. Most small business owners believe that conducting business online is essential to the business growth, yet majority feel that they do not have the time or the skills to do it, and they simply don't know where to start. You may recall that only 1/3 of businesses even have their contact details online, and only 1 in 5 businesses advertise online. And a whopping 70% of small businesses are not yet on social media. Here are the reasons to use social media: getting new customers to your business, maintaining existing customer relations, saving money on expensive, outdated advertising. It is a cheap way to provide customer service, and it is a massively great rapport building tool. You also have the opportunity to be a mini Red Bull. And before I go any further about social media, I do want to congratulate you for persevering and being a winner, for having been through 2 videos already and being part of that 20% of entrepreneurs that actually want to take the business to the next level. Because when you implement a blog and social media to your business, you will experience great growth in your business. And the good thing is that you can do it at a very low cost, even at no cost. When I implemented a blog and social media to my business, I experienced fantastic growth that would not have been possible for me with the finances I was dealing with at the time. After I had seen what blogs and social media had done to my business, I made this quote in public: if you are in business and not using social media, then you are not serious about staying in business. The fact that social media is so underutilized by businesses and its potential is not yet discovered, it almost makes it the Wild West, a pioneering area for you to use. Some people say that the train has already left the station. The train hasn't even arrived yet. There are so many social media outlets to use, and it can get inundating, yet the only way you need to look at it is like this. Pick the ones that you like, or pick some to learn and then just stick to them. Use 2 or 3, that's all. I'm showing you 5 here, and these are 5 that I use extensively, some more than others. For instance, I use Google Plus a lot more than I use Facebook. I use Facebook more than I use Twitter. Pinterest I use a little bit, and YouTube I use it for my videos, such as this one. And I do hardly anything on all the other hundreds of social media outlets there are. Yet I've got tools that automate things so that it's actually happening. I've just set it up once and I sort of just set and forget it. I could go for hours about social media, but I'm not. I'm going to keep this to a short session and give you the bits that you really need, the important parts about social media, and leave out the fluff. Let's have a look at why social media matters. Have you heard the term content is king? Well, content is important because that is effectively what people are looking for. We know that already. We're talking about content marketing and we've got the concept, right? Well, Google loves content. And why does Google love content? Well, it's quite simple, because people are searching for content and they're searching for relevant content. Therefore, content is king. Google base their search results on good and relevant content. Blogs provide fresh content. That is good, because fresh content is the most recent and hopefully most relevant content. Social media allows you to get the news out there. So here's the formula. You provide the content on a blog, you spread it on social media, then people come back to your blog, and that's where you can convert the sale. Look at the blog as your shop. The social media is like the PR department that gets the message out, the advertising. Then the advertising reaches people, they come back to your shop and they buy. So you can see social media a little bit like signals. Signals that leave your blog and then arrive back at your blog. So let's talk about social signals. Social signals is what we refer to as activity in social media. People liking, sharing, circling, tweeting, and eventually you will see links going around the place. Links be pointing back from Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, and pointing back to your blog. Those social signals are like votes of confidence. Those votes of confidence help your website rank. Google looks for social signals, so therefore let's have a look at these social signals that go on in social media. Consider these social signals like votes of confidence, like links that point back to you in the shape of a share on Facebook, a like on Facebook, a tweet on Twitter, a circle or a +1 in Google+. Links are one of the only ways that Google can determine the value of the ranking of a web page. Therefore, links are always going to be important, because Google can't just go and look at a website and say, I think this one's better than another. They need some external influence. That external influence is provided by links from other web pages. Social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Google+, those are web pages. And when they link back to your blog, that is going to help Google rank it compared to your competitors. The more votes of confidence you have, the more links you have, the better you're probably going to do. Let's have a look at the old way Google ranked websites, and let's have a look at the new way that Google ranked websites. Consider it like an election. There are candidates in an election and they want to run for government. Each vote counts for one vote. The candidate with the most votes wins the seat or wins the election. Consider your website ranking as an election. The web page with the most votes or links wins the election, and it ranks higher on Google. The web page with the second highest amount of votes becomes second. The web page with the third highest amount of votes comes third. However, Google doesn't only look at the amount of votes, it also looks at the value of the votes. For instance, there's a thing called authority votes or authority links. Those authority votes count for more. What is an authority vote? Well, for instance, if you have got a website about fishing, let's say you've got a fishing tackle shop, then links from fishing websites or fishing authorities are going to count more than if it was a link from just any website. For instance, a vote, a link from a fishing website to your fishing website might count for 10 or 100 normal links. Therefore, it's worth you getting links from authority-related sites to your business. But there are other authority sites as well. Such authority sites could be Facebook, it could be Google+, it could be Twitter. Those are the social authority votes that you can get. The old way that it used to be counted as well was that bad votes will count for less. For instance, if you've got a website that's only a day old and it links to you, it's not going to count for as much as if a website was 20 years old. Likewise, if a website only gets 10 visitors a day versus a website that gets 1,000 visitors a day, then surely the website with 1,000 visitors a day is going to count more than the one that has 10 visitors a day. Rankings have changed a little bit. The way that Google count it now has changed just a little bit because a lot of people were trying to game the system. And of course, they still are, and people always will try to find the shortcuts. In a way, me explaining this to you is a shortcut. Nowadays, we refer to this as social proof. Your rankings through social sites count a lot more than they used to. Authority votes count a lot more now. Bad votes count much less. For instance, getting 1,000 links from very, very insignificant web pages today is literally useless, whereas it did help in the past. An authority vote could be Facebook or Google+. It's worth a lot more than it was a few years ago because social votes now have credibility. Why do they have credibility? Well, it's because it is harder to game the social sites than it is to game buying 1,000 links, for instance. because the search engines can see social profiles. They can see if someone has been on Facebook for 5 years. They can see how active they are. They can see how many friends they have. There are social demographics that they can see as well, such as where you live, what suburb you're in, whether you're married. All those sort of things are seen to a certain degree on Facebook. It's also easier for the search engines to see whether you're going out and buying likes on Facebook, for instance. Because if you're buying likes on Facebook, you're generally buying likes from people who do not have many friends. They're fake profiles, or people who have just made profiles for the sake of it. So those particular social signals do not work as well. So to round this up, the website rankings and the social proof, think of it like this. Getting links back to your web page will determine how well you rank. The quality of those links will determine how well you rank. Do you want to get links from bad neighborhoods? No. Do you want to get links from good neighborhoods? Yes. What are bad neighborhoods? Basically, if someone offers to sell you 1,000 backlinks to your site, that's a bad neighborhood. What's a good neighborhood? A good neighborhood is where you're getting links or votes from reputable sites. Sites that are about the same topic as your own, or sites such as Facebook, Google+, Twitter, sites that have built a reputation and that have a history of being online for a long time. And those sites have got the ability to give you what I refer to as social proof. Now let's take social proof to the next level. Let's have a look at social proof influencers. And this is about how much a vote, a link, counts from a social site. Let's have a look at how these are influenced, because nowadays, for instance, the only thing I do to get rankings online is simply to write good content on my blog and then spread it out on social media, and the links that come back from social media are the social proof. That social proof determines how I rank. In the next 15 minutes, you will see the things that I use to rank my website and to get it up high on the first page of Google. The social proof influencers are your profiles on social media. Go and open up profiles on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, and so on. Those profiles alone, linking back to your web page, provide a level of social proof. However, the weight of that social proof is going to be influenced by the activity on these pages. So just having a link back from an empty profile isn't going to do a lot. It will do a little bit, but not a lot. But the activity on those pages will have an influence on the value of the social signals you receive from them. Your interaction with the fans and followers on those profiles will affect it. Circles on Google+, shares and likes on Facebook, tweets on Twitter. These are votes on your web pages, your blog posts, and your social media posts. They're all social signals that matter. Likewise, the weight of the profiles that vote on those social media posts or on those blog posts. When someone clicks +1 on your blog post, or when someone clicks like on your blog post, that person's profile and their history and the weight of their profile will influence the vote to how well you're going to rank. Then there's brand awareness. This is another social signal. Is your name, your brand, your URL of your blog, is that being mentioned online? Because that matters. Google loves brands. Your name is a brand too. It's another level of social proof that affects your rankings. Then there's Google Authorship. We're going to have a little bit of a further look into that in a moment. Being established with the Google Authorship is like social proof. It links to your Google Plus page and it shows how many people you have in your Google Plus circles. The amount of people you have in your circles, or rather the amount of people that have you in circles, is going to affect your rankings as well. Now this in itself, Google Authorship, is a fantastic tool to use as a business, because Google Plus is a social network connected with Google. Google are clearly using a social media network to influence your rankings. Experience by thousands and thousands of people show that having a Google Plus profile and an active Google Plus profile does influence your rankings, and so does a Google Authorship. Online reviews. Having a Google business listing, which we went through in the previous video, that affects your rankings too. The amount of customer reviews you have on your business listing, that's another line of social proof towards your brand. And by the way, did I mention that Google loves brands? A brand is your business name. It could also be your personal name. It could also just simply be the URL of your blog. These are social proof influencers that affect rankings on your web pages. Now, if this is the first time you hear about this stuff, be enlightened by the fact that you're learning it, because this will really make a difference to your business. Because I believe that most businesses have a great product and a service, and the biggest hurdle they have to overcome is simply getting people to discover that you actually exist. If you had an unlimited amount of people coming into your shop, you would have an unlimited amount of business, because when they discover how good your product and service is, you will have so much business it's not funny. And the biggest hurdle people face in their businesses and in their financial affairs is simply being discovered. Running your business in total anonymity. Only having clients that come in from word of mouth from having previous clients. That is not always going to set you up with financial freedom. The marketing part is huge. It is immensely important. Therefore, having your blog, creating good content and getting it out there on social media and bringing people back to your blog to make sales is incredibly important. And this is one of the cheapest and best tools you could possibly ever access. This is Jamie Marie from thefitnessentourage.com. Jamie Marie is a Facebook fitness professional. She specializes in teaching fitness professionals, personal trainers, how to use Facebook and get more clients with Facebook. Jamie Marie learned content marketing part-time while she was studying a double degree in university, and it took her only 6 months to learn and implement all of this whilst she was studying. She built the business to make a 5-figure monthly income working only between 4 to 6 hours per week. And she did it the smart way by using 3 full-time virtual assistants based out of the Philippines. You remember in the previous video, I spoke about outsourcing, and it is a tremendous tool to use in any business. The key here is that Jamie Marie created content around her passion. Her passion was the fitness industry. So she created content around training and hospitality. And she started to get a lot of traffic and made money by selling ad space on her blogs. Selling ad space to people in her industry. So she was able to help them. They were able to make more money because of her, and she had a business making her a 5-figure monthly income. Jamie Marie then started to learn more about social media marketing, and then she started up the Fitness Entourage, which is now her current business, thefitnessentourage.com. And this is her blog. Jamie Marie has done something very clever here. She is specializing in the fitness industry. So she's got a target of a specific client that she helps. They can relate to what she's doing, and she can relate to what they're doing. And that way she is building a booming business, and she's doing it with content marketing. We're going to come back to Jamie Marie in a moment. In the previous video, I spoke about a great way of boosting your income in your business, and that was building a mailing list, and I showed you how to do it on a blog. Let's have a look at how to do it with social media, just another way of doing it. The social ways of building a targeted list, you can do it through Facebook, Google+, Twitter, pretty much any social media. But today I'm going to focus on Facebook because, in my opinion, Facebook has got the greatest tool and the greatest way of building mailing lists. Let's go and check out Jamie Marie's Facebook page. Jamie Marie is using something that I refer to as a fan gate. A fan gate is like an app, an application that goes onto your business page. And can you see here where Jamie Marie has got a tab that says Get More Clients? When you click through on that one, it takes you through to the fan gate. In here she makes an offer. As you can see here, the top 8 reasons why so many fitness professionals fail on Facebook and how to avoid them. So she's got some bullet points there, and you can click through, yes, send me the free video series. So we're going to click that button, and now it'll ask me to put my email address in to get access. At this stage, I've entered my email, I'll click Get Access, and the next level is that I get an email back from Jamie Marie with access to the first video. Now I'm on Jamie Marie's mailing list. This all happened through Facebook. This is one way that you should be building a mailing list in your business. For starters, you should have a business page on Facebook. It's an absolute must. Remember how I said 70% of small businesses are not yet on social media? How many of them are on Facebook? And then out of all the ones that actually are on Facebook, how many are actually using it properly? Now that's good news for you, because whether you're using it or you're not using it, here is a way that you can make massive improvement quick. Build a mailing list on social media. It's the fastest way that you can build your business to get more clients to your business. And these social ways of building your targeted list, whether it's through Facebook, Google+, Twitter, or anything else, there are different ways to do it with the different types of social media, but Facebook is by far the most powerful one that I know of at this stage. In a moment, I'm going to show you another great way of building a hugely targeted list on Facebook through ads. But first, let's go and have a look at Google Authorship. Because Google Authorship will allow your rankings and your credibility, your social signals, the social proof to increase online. Google Authorship gives you credibility. It's also a way to integrate social proof with your email delivery and your search engine rankings. For instance, the email that I use when I send out emails to people on my mailing list is the same email that I use in Gmail. My Gmail is the one that's connected to my Google Plus account, which is the social media version of Google. So when Google gives me credibility through my Gmail address, they know who I am, they know what I do, they know my history, they know where I live. They are going to make it easier for my emails to arrive in your inbox. Because of that, having a Google Authorship and having a Google Plus account increases my email delivery rate. Now, isn't that interesting? My search engine rankings also have more credibility, both for Google and for people searching. Now, here's the thing. Google rewards real people. So when they can see that someone is accredited with a Google Authorship, they are going to give that search engine listing more credibility, more kudos, a higher ranking than just something that writes an article. If someone is being anonymous, if someone doesn't want to put their name towards something, then maybe they've got something to hide. Maybe they're shonky, who knows? Therefore, Google will reward real people. Also, person has more credibility than just text. So when my search engine listing is backed up by a Google Authorship, which you can see here, my rankings are going to be more credible for both the search engines and for the people searching. And that brings me to the next topic of laser targeted social ads. Imagine being able to pinpoint a user, a potential customer that uses Facebook, and being able to advertise to people based on their exact location where they live, their exact interest, and their gender age, and their marital status, whether they've got kids, whether they don't have kids, whether or not they like someone else's Facebook business page or not. You can laser target your social ads on Facebook. This is, of course, the booming income that Facebook have. As you probably know, Facebook is a massive, massive business. And this is one reason. Because I can go on Facebook and I can advertise to people in their exact location, based on their exact interest, based on their gender, their age, their status, their interests, and so on. So I'm going to take you through to a live page, and we're going to have a look at a thing called Facebook Audience Insights. And let's see how I can determine exactly who are going to see my ads, where and when on Facebook. I'm in Facebook now. Let's say I want to get more people to my business page. And let's say that I've got a fan gate there and I've got an offer for people. I want to target specific people. Imagine your own business now and that you're targeting specific people. I'm in the audience insights in Facebook. First of all, I can do their location. Let's say that I want to advertise to people only in Melbourne, Australia. So I type in Melbourne and I select Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. Now, only people in Melbourne, in Australia, will be targeted by these ads. Now I'm going to cut it down even further. I'm going to go by age and gender. Let's say that I want to make it 30-year-old, between 30 and say 65. And let's say that my particular business only appeals to women. It might, for instance, be women's clothing. Therefore, I select women only. Let's say that my product is real estate. I've just decided that now. As an example, let's make it real estate, and I want it to be women aged between 30 and 65 with interest of real estate. So I'll look into business and industry, and I scroll down and I look for real estate. There it is. So I add real estate as the interest, and now it has narrowed it down to 60 to 70,000 monthly active people. I can also filter based on people that aren't connected to my Facebook page, so I don't want ads to go to anyone that's already on my Facebook business page. I can even have it so that it's only showing to people on my business page. In this case, I'll just make them not connected to my business page, so that way they're all fresh. And now I've got some ways that I can look at these particular demographics. Here are the demographics, here are the page likes. Let's click through on that one and let's have a look. Out of the people that like real estate, well, the top category that they like is realestate.com.au and I love Melbourne. Here are some other areas of interest. The Voice, Michelle Bridges, 12-week body transformation. Now that's quite interesting. Let's have a look at that. I'm going to open this up in a new tab and click through to that one. And you can see this particular Facebook page is very popular with women in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, between the age of 30 and 65. Going back to the insights again, can you see how I can determine that people interested in real estate are also interested in these particular things as well? That actually can help me word my ads. If I know that they're interested in weight loss or body transformation, I also know that they're very interested in The Voice Australia and they're interested in Tiffany & Co. Being jewelry, I also know that a lot of them really like pink. I can go further down into the audience insights and have a look at how big is the audience on Facebook, 129,000 on realestate.com.au, and the audience that I have selected, 8,700 of those like realestate.com.au. I could go back into the interests of these people that I'm filtering in Facebook, and I could go in and put interest in, for instance, jewelry, Michelle Bridges, weight loss, musician, pink, and I can really start targeting very, very specifically what sort of people see my ads. Of course, I can go in and change the age ranges as well. I can change all sorts of demographics. I can have a look at the location where they are. Obviously, it's Melbourne and Victoria. I can also look at their activity. For instance, I can see what devices they use to interact on Facebook. 4% of the selected audience that we're targeting use desktop only when they're on Facebook. 73% use both desktop and mobile, so they use both. 24% use mobile only. Then I can go further into what they use. For instance, do people use a combination of iPod, iPhone? Do they use only an iPad? Do they use an Android? All this information comes in very handy because you can target your ads so that they only show up to people on a mobile device, and you could word your ad accordingly. Let's have a look at some of the other things you can do. This is the advanced area of the audience insight. So you, for instance, can set up, you only want to target single women, you only want to target married women, or whether it's male or female. If you are selling wedding rings, then maybe you only want to target people that are engaged. Why would you target married people if you're selling wedding rings? If you're selling wedding dresses, well, you wouldn't have married people, you'd probably have engaged. You can target based on education, work, financial, all sorts of different demographics. As you can see, this is incredibly targeted, and this, in my opinion, is the best possible way you can advertise for customers anywhere. Facebook Audience Insights, it's only going to get better and better, and at the moment it is head and shoulders above any other type of advertising. As a business owner, I think it's a no-brainer to make a decision on advertising, spending $1 in your business to make $2, spending $10 to make $100, spending $100 to make $1,000. At that stage, it's just a matter of working within your cash flow. That's business. It is a total no-brainer. When you can find ways of advertising that is so targeted, that is where social media comes in as an absolute goldmine for your business. Now use those ads in order to point them back to somewhere good where you got relevant, good, targeted content. Get them on a mailing list, provide good content through that mailing list, and then offer something for sale at some stage during that sequence, and you have got yourself a tool that sets up relationships, future customers, more word of mouth, and it's building your business. Combine social proof with all this. When people find you, they're searching for something on Google, you come up, your listing from your blog, you got a link that goes back to a social profile, in this case Google+. People can go and check you out on there. It gives a link to you, your profile, for Google to give you credibility, your profile for people to learn about your credibility. Putting you up there on top of page 1 of Google has got credibility in itself, but you need to get there, and to get there you need the social proof. You need those social signals. Social media is your best friend when it comes to that. Remember, if you own a business and you are not using social media, then you are not serious about staying in business. That concludes my 3-part series on content marketing for your business. How to make more money in your business with less effort. Congratulations, and thank you for sitting through probably over 2 hours worth of content that is absolutely earth-shaking and profit-making for your business. The 3 videos have been Part 1, the concepts of content marketing. Part 2, blogging for your business. And this, Part 3, social media for your business. Over 2 hours of marketing ideas and strategies for your business. If you've liked what you've seen here and you want to put it into action, first of all, refer it to a friend because they will benefit from this. As you know, you're probably excited about what you learned and you want to go and put it into action now. If you want to access more step-by-step help from me and my team to implement these strategies and many, many more strategies, then follow the instructions below this video. When you are making more money in your business with less effort and your online presence is the envy of your competitors, then my mission is complete. Thank you very much for watching. I value your time. Thank you for being here. I'm Sean Rasmussen from Web Vision 2020. Feel free to share these videos with anyone you like. Please leave a comment below and I will see you online. I will see you on social media and I hope to see your blog online very, very soon.